Any inspirations? Who are you inspired by besides, you said the chief is your friend? Did anybody else inspire you besides 9/11 to volunteer? Because you volunteer a lot, though, not even just here. Can you explain the other things you volunteer in?
Well, you know, to answer that question, the first thing is my dad's my biggest inspiration.
Okay.
You know, one thing I know from him is that no matter how busy you are, no matter how much you have going on, no matter how many jobs you work, is that's not what's going to be left behind. That's not going to be your legacy when you leave Earth. What your legacy is going to be is how many lives that you touch. And I can honestly say he taught me is that, you know, that legacy is going to be something more than just, you know, how many jobs you worked and how much money you had in the bank. It's going to be what you give back. And that's kind of what got me into coaching. 2004, I started coaching at the YMCA on the east side of Fort Worth.
Okay.
And, you know, it started with just me kind of going out and just saying, oh, they've got coaches already, so I'm just going to sit over here and be a parent.
Okay, so your son, you have kids?
I have two sons. I have an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, back 2004, 2005, when they first kind of started getting interested in sports, I was that guy that just sat on the side. I let their coaches coach. I just let it, you know, however they wanted to do it, I was okay with.
Yeah.
Until, you know, I had a bad experience where they weren't teaching the kids. You know, it was more of an inconvenience for them. And at that moment, that's what said, you know what, I need to coach. You know, and it wasn't just the fact of me saying, well, I know more than them. That's not what it was. I went into it from an approach of humility of saying, you know, I have information to give, and I want to be able to give that to kids and have something that they can build on. But it wasn't just about sports. What it was to me, it was about family. And the atmosphere that I've always tried to create in every place I've coached is that we're a family. This is not just about, you know, I'm gonna see your kids for 2 months out of the year, and then after that 2 months, don't call me, leave me alone. It is people that are still calling me years later saying, Coach, can you go up to my son's school? He's getting in trouble. Can you stop in on him? Can you stop by the house and talk to him? And those types of relationships that you build that last over years, that's what I want my legacy to be. He wasn't just this or just that. He didn't have these titles, but he actually made an impact on people that lasted, you know, a long time.
Yeah, nice. So what do you love most about coaching besides these trophies, maybe, or winning?
What I coach any sport that has a ball.
Okay.
And, you know, I did it at the YMCA a lot. They played everything.
And that was all volunteering too?
That was all volunteering.
Nice.
You know, we went from soccer to baseball to basketball to football, and it was just year round. You know, I used to be told, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, I had a parent tell me, well, you're too hard on the kids. They don't understand. They're not going to be able to understand that. And I completely disagreed with them. And I was like, at 5, 6, 7, and 8, these are when kids are sharp.
Yeah,
and they're right. They are understanding everything. They're not just they're taking what you tell them and taking it to another level.
Yeah.
And so that's my biggest, you know, reward is seeing a kid actually get it. You know, it's one thing that we practice days out of the week, and you go over things in practice, and you think that they have it, you think they understand, but then when they actually get to a game and actually apply it, and they know they're doing it, it's not like it happened by accident. Yeah. They actually know, hey, I remember this, and now I can apply it, and it's working, and have it benefit you. And so to me, that's the biggest reward. You know, these are just byproducts. You know, we win because we're a team. We win because we really are a family atmosphere. It's not, you know, when you see one of our kids, you normally see 3 or 4 of our kids. You know, they're together. They care about each other. They want to play together. They want to be around each other. And to me, the biggest reward of this year, we won a Super Bowl. You know, this team, you know, we won the Super Bowl. This was from November, and it was the Fort Worth Longhorns.
Okay.
Now, we have 3 of these. We've won 3 Super Bowls in a row at this level.
Wow! Congratulations,
thank you,
Coach.
Thank you. Yeah, we're 30-1 over the last 3 years.
Wow.
Baby, every time I go to a gun show, which I do go to all of them, I'm always asked to sell it. Everybody wants it.
And you built this, though, right?
I built it. I put it together
and
from
it's not
scratch.
Loaded, right?
No.
Okay.
It's not loaded at all.
So, oh my gosh, this is real. So you shoot this though on the regular? Like you go to a gun range and they allow this in there?
Yeah.
All right, we're out here and so you also love guns.
Yep. It's a strange mix, huh? Guns and a Chaplin.
Yeah, like you're supposed to be not killing people. You know, what's that about? But yeah, how'd you get into guns first of all, before we go into these?
Well, you know, just like any kid, you know, you play cops and robbers, and you have those moments of thinking that you're, you know, a soldier or any of those things.
Yeah.
But really, where it all started for me, you know, was kind of video games. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember playing video games, and
where you were shooting stuff up?
Yeah, I always kind of went towards the games where you were shooting, and you know, when I was growing up, they didn't have violence and they didn't have blood and all those things in video games.
Oh, you shot them and they disappeared.
And they just fall or they disappear. It wasn't like today where it's so realistic. But that kind of got me into it. But as an adult, that was when I was a kid. Now, as an adult, I've just always liked, you know, everything about guns. You know, I've always, you know, as far as, you know, the way they feel, the way they look, the way you can personalize them.
Yeah.
And then what it's turned into now for me is that it's calming to me. Like to be able to take a gun apart, put it back together, what they call field strip a gun, where you can just sit it down, whether you're in the woods or you're at your house in the living room, and you can take it all the way apart, put it all the way back together, know how to, you know, troubleshoot your own weapons. That stuff, you know, really excites me, and it really calms me down.
And what's this right here? This is the AR what? AR-15,
yeah, this is
5K.
Yeah,
I don't know guns.
This is the AR-15.
That's like movies. This is like the movies.
This used to be the baby of my collection. This was my prized possession.
Wow.
And I really love them. I love them to the point where I started building them. And so I used to have to, you know, spend a lot of money on them and like everyone else, but then I started finding out that I could actually sit down at a bench and put one of these together. And so ever since then, I've built,
Oh my
Ever since then, I've built around 7 of them. That'll be my 7th. And you know, that's my baby. Every time I go to a gun show, which I do go to all of them, I'm always asked to sell it. Everybody wants it.
And you built this though, right?
I built it. I put it together
and
from
it's not
scratch.
Loaded, right?
No.
Okay.
It's not loaded at all.
So, oh my gosh, this is real. So you shoot this though on the regular?
Yeah.
Like you go to a gun range and they allow this in there?
Yeah, they have rifle lanes and gun ranges. Most of the time I like to go out in the woods though when I'm shooting something like that.
Oh, you have a quote on there. I guess you made that yourself.
Yeah.
Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Well, that's real. Thank you, Kevin, for being a part of it.